Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you back. Glad to see you back. Glad you are that you clicked on this video. I'm glad you saw something in the title, something inside of you told you to click on this video. And I'm glad you did. I'm glad you're here tonight. It's Christmas Eve. I'm here by myself, and I just had what you might call prayer and meditation. And now I'm ready to speak. I'm ready to uh, 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 access my spirit, man, my higher self, God, the universe, and give us both some wisdom. I love wisdom. I love knowledge. I love God. I love the Christ. I love myself. I love other people. I love my children. I love joy. I love peace. I love all good things. And because I love all good things, sometimes we have to go through some adversity. Sometimes we have to deal with some things. Because when you love those things, uh, problems tend to come. Frustration tends to come. Things tend to uh, uh, press against you. And sometimes you wonder why. If you want and you love all of these good things, why is the fight so hard? Why is the struggle so hard? If I'm on the right and I'm trying to do the right thing and I'm trying to walk in love and I'm trying to be at peace and I'm trying to be happy, I'm trying to have joy, and I want all of these things and I love all of these things, but for some reason it's a fight. For some reason it's a struggle to get there. Why? Why is it a struggle? Why? Because anything worth having is worth fighting for. And what you are fighting, or this game you are playing, or this lesson that you are learning, it has to be taught. It has to be fought. And it has to be played. But you have to know deep within yourself that you will get to the other side. Jesus said that he who endureth to the end will be saved. You have to be an endurer. You have to endure. You have to endure. That was for somebody. Somebody that feel like giving up. Somebody that feel like quitting. Somebody that's so frustrated and they can't understand why. I'm here to tell you, it's worth the fight. There is a lesson to be learned. And lighten up. It's all a big game. Don't take it so serious. Because you're an eternal being. When you realize you are an eternal being, it helps you lighten up. When you realize you are an eternal being, you know you will get chance after chance after chance again. And so you don't have to worry because you are a light being. You are a flame. You are an eternal flame that is connected with the Heavenly Father, that is connected to God, that is connected to the universe, that is connected to good and right. When you are connected to the right things, nothing can really destroy you because there's something deep down inside of you that connects to the right. You see other people that are not connected to the right. They're just bodies and empty souls moving within this matrix. They're what they call soulless ones. They are plugged in to this matrix. But you are a light being. That's why you feel like an outcast. That's why you feel like you don't belong. That's why you feel like you belong somewhere else. Why? Because you do. And you have come here to pull this reality back where it's supposed to be. So of course you're going to fight. Of course things are going to come against you. But be of good cheer. Jesus said, I have overcome the world. And because he overcome, you overcome. So be of good cheer. What he wants you to do is lighten up. It's okay. And with that being said, I want to move on to my topic today. I want to talk to y'all about another subject. Some people may call it metaphysics. Some people may call it New Age. Some people may call it alternate religion. People may call it other things. People may call it unchristian, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it any of those things. I call it, you know what I call it? I call it the truth. That's what I call it. Whether you believe it's the truth or not. Because we all create our reality. We all create because you don't see with your physical eyes. You see with your mind. You see with your brain. And because you see, you create. What you see in your mind is what you create to see with your eyes. It's what the mind's eye sees first, and then the physical eye see it second. It's not what the physical eye sees first, and then the mind's eye see it. It's what your mind's eye. You see with your mind. And so whatever you see, you will see with your eyes. That's called creating. But people don't like for you to talk like this. They say you're being too metaphysical. They say you're being too new age. They say you stepping out of the box. Well, sometimes you gotta step out of the box. When the box is too small, step out of it. When the box is not what you want it to be, step out of it. When the box is uncomfortable, step out of it and become your own self. Like I said in the last video, you don't have to follow anybody's doctrine. Follow the truth, and your heart will tell you the truth. I'm not no religious person. I'm not no churchy person. I'm like, oh, all that stuff. It's time out for all that. And let's get down to the truth of what's really going on and how to get back to where we come, how to really get to God. Yes, I believe in going through Jesus, but I believe there's more than what is being told. There's a lot that's not being told. There's a lot that's not being disclosed. And that's what I'm after. That's what I'm after. The undisclosure. And there is an Akash in the atmosphere that you, me, and anyone can tap into. There is a higher self that is outside of, this is your avatar. You look nothing like this. Whatever your body is in this matrix, whatever your body is in this, you look nothing like that. The real you looks nothing like that. And I encourage you to contact your real self. And the minute you do, life will change for you. Because when you contact your real self, that is the part that's connected to your source self. And that is the part that's connected to God. I've said this more than once. But back to my topic today. I want to talk about nature and talk about sacred geometry. You see this background? See how it's round? And I'm not going to go into, because I don't know how to break it all down, the sacred geometry part. But if you look how nature and sacred geometry goes together, you say that this all can't be an accident. This all can't be made this all can't come just by, just randomness. There is a God, and there is all you have to do is look at sacred geometry. All you have to do is look at nature. I was out in nature today. Uh, I kind of got off the grid, and I was in a field, and I was looking, and believe it or not, right up the road from me, there's a bamboo forest, real dense bamboo forest. And within that bamboo forest, I was had there with my dog, and he was running around or whatever. And I looked down into that bamboo forest, and I seen this old tree with vines all around it. And I said, that looks almost, it was something magical about it. Almost, I could feel vibrations coming from it. And when you get out in nature, it begins to speak to you. The trees, the grass, the ground, the sky, the leaves, everything. And you begin to hear things within yourself. The ultimate way to go within yourself is to get by yourself. The ultimate way to go within yourself is to get away from the matrix. When I mean the matrix, society, the grid, and go out in nature. To get by yourself and meditate. And look at things. Look at things in nature and study them. And go within yourself and ask why. Why does this look like this? What is this telling me? What am I to understand from this? And studying sacred geometry, studying nature, and getting by yourself, these are the combinations that will help you get closer to God. There are a combination of things. And slow down. Talk to God. Talk to the universe. Talk to your higher self. And tell your higher self, can you download some abundance into this reality? Can you download some joy into this reality? Can you download some peace into this reality? Can you download a way for me to get by? A way for me to overcome? And you'll begin to see your higher self would say, I thought you'd never ask. Well, somebody said, well, should I be asking God for this? Well, your higher self is connected to God. Yes, you should ask God. I'm not ever saying you don't need God. I'm not ever saying that you're trying to go through God without going through Christ. Have I ever said that? But what I'm trying to get you to see is the overall truth that's been left out. That this is a controlled reality, and there is a higher you outside of this reality that's controlling this game. You can win. You can make things better for you. You know, people say sometimes, you hear people say things like, oh, I'm just dragging up the hill. I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to make it. They sit there and talk about life, how hard life is, and how hard things are, and how hard everything is, and how difficult everything is. Yes, it's going to be that way because you're making it that way. You're creating that by talking about it. You're talking about things so much till they become a reality to you. Try talking about good things. Try talking about right things. Just like people that talk about the devil all the time. And see, then because they talk about it, it becomes real to them. What you give your attention to is what you give your energy to. And what you give your energy to is what you give your attention to. So give your attention to only positive things. Even when something negative is happening, you can find something positive in that to give your attention to. Well, an example, me and my daughter, we got stuck. I was trying to go to the car wash, and they had two of them there. The one on the left, I thought was out of order because I went there before. It was out of order. So I got behind the car on the right. There was two cars in front of me. And so we just sitting there in line. All of a sudden, this car zips by and goes right on in the car wash. And I said, "Oh, I thought that car wash was out of order." He goes right on in there, and we still sitting over there waiting in line. And me and my daughter felt a sense of frustration. Why? This almost seemed almost programmed. And so my daughter said, "Why don't you get over in that line? It's one less car in that line." I said, "Well, it depends on the car wash. I mean, if they order the premium car wash, they could be in there for a long time. Or if they order the basic car wash, they could be in and out." So I said, "I'll stay in this line because I know the second I move in that line, that car's gonna move." So I stayed in that line, and so I can sense her frustration. I can sense my frustration because the way it was, the Matrix programmed that almost as if it was trying to play a cruel joke on us by letting this other car go in and all these other cars go in, almost as if the Matrix was favoring them over us. But you know what? I said, you know what? This is an opportunity for me and my daughter to bond and talk about some deep things and some real things. And so I concentrated on that. And we did. We got a chance to talk about things. We were still frustrated, but I understand now. When you find the good and you concentrate on that, the good will come out of it. You will see the good in every situation. But if you concentrate on the frustration and the negative part of it, it's going to make you get into a low vibration. That's all I'm saying. And so I'm trying to find ways to stay in a high vibration. I'm trying to find ways to raise my vibration because true reality is frequency and vibration. That's the only true reality. All this other stuff is matriarchal. It is matrix. It is simulation. It is different realities and dimensions and all of you can go on and on forever with the realities and dimensions. But if you want to get down, somebody say, what is reality? What is true reality? It's frequency and vibration. Something that goes beyond the physical eyes, that goes beyond all physicality. Frequency, and once you learn this, you will learn that the direction of your life goes in the direction of your frequency and your vibration and your attention. You go towards your attention. Your attention is energy. Have you ever been driving down the street? Maybe you're a nice sunny day, you got your car cleaned up and you ride and you pass by somebody walking. And so you go to speak to them and they just look away. They just look away. They don't even speak back. They just look away quick, almost as if they're trying to look away before you speak to them. What is that about? They're trying not to give you attention. It's their subtle way of not giving you any more energy. Attention is energy. Attention is energy. Because it don't cost nobody nothing to acknowledge someone and speak to someone. And maybe they didn't like the fact that they're walking and you're riding, and so it bothered them, and they don't want to give you any more energy, so they take subtle ways to snatch a little bit of energy from you. But you know what I do? I wave and speak anyway. You know why? Because Jesus said, what you give will be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So if you give somebody attention and you give somebody kindness and love, even when they don't give it back, God said, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. If they won't give it to you, I'll give it to you. Because you gave it to them and they rejected it. How many times have you given love? How many times have you given attention? How many times have you waved to somebody? How many times have you tried to smile? How many times have you tried to be kind to somebody and they didn't return it? God said, I'll give it to you. Pressed down, shaken together, and run it over. So keep doing the right thing. Keep doing the right thing. It's not about religion. It's not about metaphysics. It's not about New Age. What is New Age? New Age is just you coming and you trying to find some truth, and people try to shoot your truth down. And you got these people that will say things like, they will say things like, "Well, you don't look at that. Don't mess with that." Don't, and they throw up a wall. And it it's not a good thing. What I mean by that is people who have a closed mind will never learn anything. People who have a closed mind will never get anywhere because they have a closed mind, and they throw up a wall, and they'll block stuff. Truth is trying to come to them, and they'll block it. But I'm the kind of person, I give stuff a chance, and I have in my life I have seen things and thought it was true, and found out later it was a lie. And then I've heard things that I thought was a lie and found out later it was true. But I would have never known any of that if I hadn't given it a chance. Give things a chance and use your discernment. God gave you discernment and experiences. And sometimes everybody's afraid of being deceived. Everybody's afraid of going down the wrong road. I can understand that. But if you stay, and when I talked about reality, if you stay in the right frequency, and if you stay in the right vibration, and if you stay in your heart, live within your heart. If you stay within your heart, you will go the right direction. Because you can't help. You are the right road. The narrow road that the Bible talks about is your heart. Not everybody wants to go in their heart. Everybody's too plugged in. The broad road is those that are plugged into this matrix. That's the broad road. The narrow road is those people that go within. Not many people are brave enough to go within. Not many people want to go within. Not many people want to face themselves. Not many people can. Only a few will do that. Go within your heart. That's where the truth is. And I encourage you. Somebody, when you hear somebody say, I don't like nature, I'm gonna get out of all them trees and all that grass. I don't want to be out there. That tell you right there what they about. I want to be out there all that nasty grass and all that trees and all that dirt and everything. I don't want to be out there and get my shoes dirty. When somebody starts talking like that, I just shake my head. They missing it. But I respect the fact that they don't want to get out there in nature. A lot of people don't want to, but when I see somebody in nature and they're walking around, they're walking down the trail, and you don't have to get way out in the woods somewhere, just a little bit off the grid. Go out there and walk and look at the trees, and you'll come back a whole new person. And you can start to notice the sacred geometry in nature, the flowers, how the petals, what is it, usually 13 petals on a flower. A sunflower has, I think, 13 petals, something like that. Look at the roundness and the way it's shaped, and the way it's built in such a way where every petal gets sunlight. Look at the leaves, almost as if they're raising their hands. Look at the trees when the wind blows, almost as if they're praising God with their branches. Look at the sky, how the cloud paints all these different shapes, all these abstract shapes in the clouds. Oh, and just take a breath of that fresh, clean air. You will come back a whole nother person. But people, they stay locked in. People that are locked into this matrix don't even want to go out there in nature. They don't have no desire to. You try to tell them, they start complaining and whining about they gonna get their shoes dirty, and they don't want to go out there, mosquitoes and stuff out there. That shows you right there that they got a long way to go. Hopefully they'll get there though. So I don't want to hold y'all long tonight. I guess what I really wanted to say is take every step you can to go within yourself, to find your higher self, to find your source self, and ultimately find God. Because God has already found you. You just got to wake up to Him. All right? Good night, and y'all be blessed.